scripture mentions how there's this abomination that will be set up. And when you study the Daniel prophecy, you actually will find that as far as the abomination of desolation, there were really about 3 fulfillments of it. There are many layers to the prophecy. And so the first time that there was something like an abomination set up in God's temple that led to the destruction of it was with Antiochus IV Epiphanes, when he persecuted the Jewish people around 170 BC. The second time that there was a destruction involving the temple of God was around the time of Jesus. And the third time will be when the Antichrist comes onto the scene and tries to bring destruction. And that is, of course, yet to come. But I want to go back to the second time when Jesus was on the scene, because I know that as we went through the video, some wondered how is it that the crucifixion could have been linked to the abomination and destruction of God's temple? Like, how could the crucifixion, how could that have any link there? Well, on one hand, some commentaries mention that when it says that destruction will come on the wing of the temple, that could be a reference to the location of Golgotha, because the location site of where the crucifix was near the temple. So some say that at the wing of the temple actually refers to the location of where he was crucified. And so that's how that could be a fulfillment of it. So that's one option. The other is that when this prophecy references how there will be a temple destruction around the time of Jesus, that it wasn't just talking about the literal physical temple that was built by human hands, but that it was talking about also the temple of all temples, the body of Christ. Remember that it said that the ruler who will come will destroy the temple, right? We know that in the future, there will be this false Messiah who will come and bring destruction. But the true Messiah, he would not destroy the literal temple, but he did destroy his own body. And what is the body of God? What is the body of Christ? The temple of God. Look at this, look at this. John 2:19. Of course, as always, Jesus was in a debate with the religious leaders of the day. And look what he says to them. He says, "Destroy this temple, and I will raise it again in 3 days." And they said, "It's taken us 46 years to build this temple. How are you going to raise it in 3 days?" But the temple he spoke of was his body. You see, when Jesus was on the earth, he had a reputation of saying that he was going to destroy the temple. But they all thought that he was talking about the literal physical temple that was in Jerusalem. As you can see here, in Mark 14:58, when he was before the high priest, some of them were trying to criticize him and bring accusations against him. And some of them said, we heard him say, "I will destroy the temple made with human hands in 3 days and will build another, not made with hands." And so many of them said, to try to accuse him, that he was going to destroy the temple. So he was known for saying that the temple would be destroyed. Again, in Matthew 26:61, when they were trying to criticize Jesus, someone shouted out, "This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and rebuild it in 3 days." So they knew that Jesus was claiming to be this Messiah, this ruler, who was going to have something to do with the destruction of the temple. Jesus was letting people know that the temple will be destroyed. But the entire time, he was talking about the true temple of God.
Hallelujah.
And what's incredible is this. When Jesus was finally on the cross, dying for the world, it says in Matthew 27:39, those who passed by, they hurled insults at him, shaking their heads and saying, "You who are going to destroy the temple and build it in 3 days, save yourself, come down from the cross if you are the Son of God." Wow. As Jesus was dying on that cross, people were criticizing him, saying, "Hey, you said you were going to destroy the temple." Wow. While they were criticizing him for saying he was going to destroy the temple, He was destroying the temple, the body of God, right there in their faces on that cross.
Amen.
And just like he promised, he raised it again in 3 days. Yes, sir. And so this is why the final week of the Daniel prophecy, it says here in the middle, once Jesus comes on the scene at 27 AD, that in the middle, there would be this moment when the temple is destroyed. Was the temple of Jerusalem destroyed in 30 AD? No. But the temple of God was. The